Welcome to IVTN's Hello India program. This year is becoming more and more eventful because last year was very tiring, crisis facing, and a financial blockade everywhere, from the labor class to the salaried high class people, businessmen. Everyone suffered. In the meantime, a news has appeared recently that a top class CPM leader and a Politburo member is cozying up with the BJP and Amit Shah and helping out for BJP to win. Most probably everyone gossip or everyone speculate that he would move to BJP at any time, and he may get the chief minister post of the endmost province of India, that is Kerala, and or he will become a central minister, maybe a law minister, because labor minister BJP is not going to give to someone who has already worked with a left ideology. So such a circumstances will invite more and more leftist leaders to BJP's fold. And the BJP's speculation at present going on about the leftist leader is no one else but the firebrand Prakash Karat. Prakash Karat was a colleague of Yechury, who is the present General Secretary of CPM, and they have groomed a specific kind of new ideology which was departed from the old leaders. Now, what has forced Karat to take such a decision? There were so many factors. First of all, the left party CPM has got two factions, Bengal faction and Kerala faction. Bengal faction always keep the upper hand, and Kerala faction always was the follower or the tail of the party when it comes to Central Committee and the Politburo. Secondly, the Bengalis were proud of themselves being a leftist when Jyoti Basu was alive. Once the Jyoti Basu left the world, the left parties started looking for an alternative leader. But a new leader didn't make that much cut. Instead, that time, Somnath Chatterjee was the Lok Sabha speaker, and he and Yechury was very good in relationship. At the same time, Prakash Karat and the Bengal faction, were not in a good relationship because Bengalis didn't want to be under the leadership of a Keralite. That is the minimum agenda behind it, which was emitting smoke, which was silent but visible for everyone, any observers. So being an observer, what I suggest, what I came out or what I observed that Bengalis were not under the Keralite, or they didn't want to be under the Keralite leadership. So that internal politics and the rift was widening with the time. Prakash Karat was getting isolated in the party, and the Bengali faction were not obeying him. That is the time a bomb was exploded in CPM, which was Somnath Chatterjee refused to resign the speaker post when CPM withdrawn the support of UPA, Manmohan Singh. And the Indo-US nuclear deal has become a hot point. Both parties departed. Prakash Karat has taken strong action. And finally, Somnath Chatterjee was thrown out of the party. He himself said in an interview that it was the saddest moment in his life after the demise of his father. So Bengalis took it as very seriously. And the next election, the old Bengalis, leftists, everyone silently supported Mamata Banerjee and make her win the election. So it was the leftist leaders who hated Prakash Karat, made or helped the left party's demise from Bengal, because they wanted to revenge him for throwing out Somnath Chatterjee, who was a veteran, and they also felt that the Keralites should be taught a lesson. So what happened? Using this opportunity, and the Bengalis didn't want to be under any high command of the central party. Though there was a Politburo, there was a central committee for the CPM, it was dominated by Bengalis. At that time, they had a lot of a clout, but when this egg-headed by the Kerala, it has come, the Bengalis started feeling the inconvenience. So they waited for an opportunity, they departed silently, and Somnath Chatterjee's suspension from the party was a trigger. It was a catalyst. And Somnath Chatterjee has retired from politics, and later on he died. But by the time Bengalis has got their own party, which was originated in Bengal, that was Mamata Banerjee's Trinamool Congress. All the left parties moved to her, and they have created an exclusive Bengali party where Bengalis don't have to obey any high command order, whether it is from Politburo or it is from the number 10 Janbath of Congress. So that is the time Prakash Karat felt that he was isolated and he would be smoked out, because of many elections have been losing ever since he was taking over. It was a conspiracy hatched by the Bengali leaders of left parties, especially the CPM. And until Yechury was taken over as the General Secretary of the party, this politics has continued and Karat was smoked out. Karat took it as an advantage. Karat supported silently BJP and planted many candidates where the Congress and secular allies would lose vote share, and through which BJP could win, and they have won, for which it was alleged that Prakash Karat had taken 100 crore rupees. Even 100 crore rupees is taken, he might have used it for the election expense of the CPM, because these days no corporates giving any money to CPM, because CPM is not treated as a political party. CPM is a kind of a mosquito which creates problems in our system. So CPM get less money, but CPM has to spend the equal money or near to equal money to contest the election anywhere in the world. CPM treats itself as a nationalist party, but there is no nationalism. Only two border states like Bengal and Kerala and Tripura, now they lost, then only the Kerala is left now. So what happened when Bengal as a finished and Tripura finished, the Kerala leaders got upper hand. So people like Pinarayi Vijayan and the other state leaders started showing their might, especially people like Kodiyeri and other people. They sidelined V.S. Achuthanandan. In such cases, the Kerala leaders refused to obey the orders of the Politburo or the Central Committee, or they started defying silently and pursuing their agenda. In such cases, the Central Committee and the Politburo stood helplessly. And they have to, because they don't have any base. They call themselves as a national party, but there is nothing national. It's a purely regional party which has got very limited supporters. Then why it is in Kerala? Because the one community called SCSTs are the supporters of CPM. And to some percentage of Iravas who has got a dark complexion, especially you see, look at V.S. Achuthanandan, look at Pinarayi, look at others. Most of them are dark complexion people. These people are not recognized as Iravas because actual Iravas are fair complexion. So this complexion fight, the people who has got a dark complexion are treated as equal to SC/STs in among the Iravas. So in such a circumstances, these people also started supporting CPM. CPM being a Hindu party, especially lower caste Hindus never wanted to be supported by BJP because BJP is treated as upper caste, which has exploited these lower caste Hindus to using untouchability. And when it comes to these circumstances, Prakash Karat felt that his career is an end in CPM and he won't be able to proceed from here any further. So he silently had a relationship with Amit Shah. Both of them are almost probably in equal age, especially in equal age. Yeah. So he started helping out BJP, coursing with him, Amit Shah. Now they are very close relationship. So the media speculate that Prakash Karat may move into BJP and find a new career path for himself. And his wife, again a Bengali, she may also move out of CPM. She will get a position. She may even become a minister of welfare and all. And CPI, he may become as Chief Minister of Kerala because now Pinarayi Vijayan and Kodiyeri, everyone will be out very soon. So CPM need a good leadership. People like Prakash Karat become a BJP leader and become a Chief Minister of Kerala. It is easy for BJP to take over Kerala from CPM. CPM will get at least half of the people will move into BJP if Prakash Karat will come into CPM. And most of the leaders and others of party office, everything has been migrated to BJP because BJP is giving a clean administration from center to state. The only bad name is Kerala where people, the leaders are fighting each other for a pie or a piece of bread. They don't have a unity, they don't have a party ambition, they have personal ambition. So to get rid of such leaders, BJP is looking for strong leaders who has got integrity to the party than position. That is the time or that is a place where people like a Prakash Karat, a senior leader like a Prakash Karat, who takes over BJP's leadership in Kerala and become a chief minister and make the party win the election. If it happens, Karnataka on one side, Kerala on the other side, then Tamil Nadu will be sandwiched. Slowly Tamil Nadu new generation is joining BJP. In such a circumstances, Tamil Nadu will be the next citadel of BJP where the best battle will take place because new generation will defy the old generation and the old generation will lose the grip of a Dravidian ideology from which a national ideology will take place and BJP has got a national identity and people will use and rise. Secondly, the all youth and all the people, everyone is proud of BJP because BJP is doing everything. BJP is rectifying for around 800 years of a Sultanate period, 200 years of a British period, 70 years of a Congress period. All these exploited around 1100 years of exploitation, destruction and demise of a culture. Everything BJP is trying to rejuvenate from the past history, past culture, past growth, past heredity, everything. And Indian males, especially the youngsters, are in favor of it. They want, the only issue we have is that we need a connective language. That is the best language is Sanskrit, should be India's national language. So that everyone, Bengalis, Keralites, Marathas, Kannadigas, Tamils, everyone will accept that language than Hindi is using as a national language. Why? Because Hindi is treated as a North Indian language and when people, South Indians or the Bengalis or Orias will accept Hindi, they treat it as a accepting the imperialism of North India. That should go. So, Sanskrit is a very powerful language. Sanskrit is a rich language. Sanskrit is the only language which can challenge English. English spoken elite. If every Hindu will speak, write, read, live in Sanskrit, you become elite in overnight. You can challenge English spoken elites. That is the beauty of Sanskrit. Sanskrit, you become mind and purified mind people. You will not torture women. You will not set fire on women. You will not kill animals. You will not be cruel to animals. Everyone will be living equally, and you will be very kind and supportive and a good person if you know Sanskrit, if you think Sanskrit, because Sanskrit, the sloga, Sanskrit hymns has got a kind of vibration that makes in your mind, that will purify your mind. It's like a boiling water. The vapor will slowly come out, and you will get a pure water. The same way Sanskrit will boil your mind and throw out the impurities from your mind. You become a better human being, and you will become a most competent person. You will become a wiser. You will become a rich in your heart, not rich by wealth. So the time has come. People like Prakash Karat or people like others from the Congress good leadership has to come. Like Scindias landed in BJP and now they are enjoying. The same way Prakash Karat, he has got in again 20 years of a career in politics if he migrate to BJP. So it is the right time. Prakash Karat openly migrate to BJP and take over the leadership of Kerala, because earlier we felt that Shashi Tharoor is the right person from Congress to move, but he has a bad name of he is a womanizer. He go after every woman and he use them, have sex with them and dump them, otherwise force them to commit suicide, because he is a world class womanizer. So he is not suitable. In that case, Prakash Karat is the most suitable, apt, you can say. That is the word we can use for him. He is the most suitable boy for BJP, for Kerala's leadership, so that Pinarayi Vijayan or Kodiyeri or the corrupted people, and he can do operation cleanup for the entire system, and half of the CPM followers will migrate to BJP overnight if Prakash Karat become the leader of BJP in Kerala. So all of us believe, let us wish him best, and everyone knows that he has got a better career. The next 20 years he is going to shine in BJP as a leader of Kerala, and he may even become a central committee member of BJP. In such a cases, he has got a good career and he should not spoil it. Life is only once for him. His ideology is lost. Now CPM has become a corrupted party, mafia. Kerala's CPM is a mafia. So once they move, the good people of Kerala as CPM will move to BJP, and Prakash Karat will become the leader, and later on he becomes the chief minister and he will settle. Later on, when another leaders will come up, he can move to central government and become a good minister, because he has potential, he is capable. In such a cases, he will have a good future, he will be a good leader for BJP also. So BJP can train him and customize him from getting rid of his present ideology to a new ideology which is good for India, Indians and Indian future. So in that case, all of us believe, all of us wish that Prakash Karat will be wiser and logical to take a final decision very soon. And thank you for watching IVTN's Hello India program. Have a nice day.